Good morning. Buenos dias, Steve. I'm here today to announce my support for Tom Schieffer for governor of the state of Texas. And I also speak on behalf of the South Texas delegation, Veronica Gonzalez, Ivan Gonzalez, Ruben Guillan, Eddie Lucio III, Mando Martinez, sitting to my right, Rene Olivera, Aaron Peña, and Para Rios Ibarra. And let me tell you why I'm supporting and endorsing Tom Schieffer for governor. He's an experienced person who will focus on the bread and butter issues that impact our families, not only here in South Texas, but throughout the state of Texas. He will focus on jobs, education, health care, and the economy. And we need someone who's going to think about family issues, who's going to think and focus on the needs of our families. And I got sidetracked by other issues. That's why I'm very happy today to endorse my good friend, Tom Schieffer. And we need a change in the leadership of the state of Texas to lead us towards a better future for our families, a better quality of life for our families, and to improve our economy. In that respect, I will recognize my good friend, Mando Martinez, to say a few words.
Thank you, Senator. I would like to echo the remarks of my good friend and Senator Chuy Hinojosa. It really is an honor and a privilege to stand before you here and endorse a wonderful man who will continue to provide the leadership that we need here in Texas. When you talk about leadership, you want somebody who's devoted to education, somebody who's devoted to the public, somebody that you can count on. And that is why we are here on behalf of our Valley delegation to show our support and our endorsement for our next governor of the state of Texas, Mr. Tom Schieffer.
Thank you, Mando, and thank you, Senator. I appreciate the remarks, and I appreciate being here in South Texas today. This is a huge day for me and for my campaign. The fact that I have been able to garner such wide support from these 9 representatives and Senator Hinojosa means the world to me. This is going to have a huge impact in the race across the state, because it's going to demonstrate my ability as a candidate for governor to garner the kind of support in South Texas that will make the difference both in the Democratic primary and the general election. I believe Texas is at a crossroads. This is a critical election that we face, and I believe that we have a chance to change directions in this state. I believe that we have a chance to have a governor who will believe in public education and will recognize that we need to have an educational system that fits the child, and stop trying to make the child fit the educational system. I think we need to have a governor who recognizes the need for health care. The fact of the matter is that there are more uninsured Texans than anywhere else in America. There are more uninsured children here in Texas than anywhere else in America. That's something that can change with better leadership at the state level. We also need to focus on transportation. Toll roads ought to be the last choice of our highway system, not the first choice. We can make a difference if we have a new government. These are all issues that touch people, that make a difference in people's lives. And I want to be the kind of governor who recognizes the importance of people. And Franklin Roosevelt used to talk about that divine justice weighs the sins of the warm-hearted and the cold-blooded on different scales. I believe we've had a state government that has been too focused on the cold-blooded. We need to have more emphasis on the warm-hearted. That's the kind of governor that I want to be, and that's the kind of governor that I think this delegation of very important legislators, I think that's why they're endorsing my candidacy today. With that, I'd be glad to answer any questions that any of you might have.
About 10 days ago, the Census Bureau put out new statistics across the country, and they show that Hidalgo County has 54.4% of its working age population without insurance, and Cameron County has 50.1%. That's those aged 18 to 64. I've heard you speak before about the importance of the CHIP program and getting more children insured. What can you do as governor to improve those statistics?
I think two things. Number one, we need more, the American people want access to health care, and I think that the Congress is trying to address that. But at the state level, we need to have better management of the health care system than we have today. For the first time in the history of this state, more money will be spent in the next biennium on public health than on public education. That's never happened before. A lot of that is because we have a governor who refuses to recognize reality. We could take down almost $1 billion more in the children's health insurance program if we put matching funds up. For every dollar that we put up, we could get $2.57 back. We don't do that because the governor wants to argue that he's more conservative than somebody else is in the Republican primary. I think we need to put politics aside and we need to start talking about what works for people. Because what happens now, by the fact that we don't take that money down, those children are not seeing a doctor. And as a result of that, they're winding up in the county hospitals here in South Texas and across Texas. And local taxpayers are having to pick up the tab for that. We've got to change that. This is something that we can do with better management. We don't have to have a system that covers fewer and costs more, which is what we have today. And I think the government can make a difference with that.
Any other questions? We'll do individual interviews.
Yeah, can you send a message for the Hispanic people?
Sure.
Tell us about this in Spanish.
Oh, okay. Español.
Sí, señor.
Estoy aquí para anunciar mi apoyo de Tom Schieffer para el gobernador de Texas. Necesitamos una persona que pone atención a la salud, educación, los trabajos de nuestras familias. Es un líder que no se va a olvidar del Valle, tiene la experiencia de educación, hacer una diferencia y en probar las vidas de nuestras familias aquí en el Valle.
Como representante estatal aquí del Distrito 39, es un honor y un privilegio apoyar a nuestro amigo, Mr. Tom Schieffer, que va a ser el gobernador en este estado de Texas. Lo vamos a seguir apoyando. Necesitamos un líder que sí, así como dijo mi colega, el senador Hinojosa, alguien que va a apoyar educación, salud médica y a nuestras comunidades. Y eso es lo que, por esa razón, nosotros estamos apoyando a Mr. Tom Schieffer y vamos a salir adelante con un gobernador nuevo de Texas, siendo Mr. Tom Schieffer.